of the freedom we already possess. We must not wait for the day of full emancipation before we set out to achieve certain basic developments in our lives. Now, I know the problems here, and I'm not unmindful of the fact that through segregation and discrimination, many of us have been scarred. Many have lost motivation. But I think it is safe to say that there is a host of young people in the Negro community who can brilliantly apply themselves and thereby make full and constructive use of the freedom we already possess. This means that we must set out to achieve excellence in our various fields of endeavor. Now, this means that we've got to study hard, we've got to stay in school. Again, I know the social problems that cause many Negroes to drop out of school. But I urge you today to develop that rugged determination. Stay in school, stick with it to the end. It may be that you will have to work harder than other people, but don't mind that. Go on and do it anyhow. And so set out to do a good job and do that job so well that the living, the dead, or the unborn couldn't do it any better because you're not to be a street sweeper. The sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets like Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lived a great street sweeper who swept the job well. To make that freedom possible, let nobody fool you about this. Freedom is never voluntarily given to the oppressed by the oppressor. It must be demanded. And I say to you this morning that this would be necessary all over the United States of America. But as I say this, let me give a warning signal. We must work passionately and unrelentingly for first-class citizenship, but we must never use second-class methods to gain it. We've got to get smart. We've got to organize. We've got to organize so effectively and so well and engage in such powerful creative protests that there will not be a power in the world that can stop us and that can afford to ignore us. Our power does not lie in Molotov cocktails. Our power does not lie in bricks and stones. Our power does not lie in bottles. Our power lies in our ability to unite around concrete programs. Our power lies in our ability to say nonviolently that we aren't going to take it any longer. And let me say to you, my friends, that in spite of the difficult days ahead, the so-called white backlash, which is nothing but a new name for an old phenomenon, I'm still convinced that we are going to achieve freedom right here in America. And I believe this because however much America has strayed away from the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, the goal of America is freedom. Abused and scorned though we may be, our destiny is tied up with the destiny of America. A beautiful little poem from the pen of Langston Hughes where he has a mother talking to a son. With ungrammatical profundity, that mother says, well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal staff. It's had tacks in it. Boards torn up, places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time I's been a-climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So, boy, don't you stop now. Don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you find this kind of hard. For I'm still going, boy, I'm still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. And so if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but by all means, keep moving.